Welcome to the Yum Yum Yogi. Dear friends, as I mentioned before, I have a soapbox these days. Eat your veggies. Don't mean to give a lecture, but I know I am, so here goes. More people get sick each year because of what they are not eating, especially lack of vegetables and fruits in our diet is making us ill. So, be kind to yourself and eat more veggies. Here is one recipe that will make them more flavorful. As you might have guessed, today we will be making a vegetable burger. While making, let's remember, you are a kind soul because you silently speak to your mind in a loving way and you bask in the pure love of God that lies at the heart of the universe. Let's start by prepping our veggies. You can use any veggies that don't have a lot of moisture in them. So do not use squash. So I'm using cabbage and a potato. The potato is going to bind the veggie, so use that. I'm using a very firm, super firm tofu. It's called tofu cutlet. If you don't have, find the firmest tofu you can and squeeze the water out. And then using 1 head of broccoli and 1 head of cauliflower. Use all the stems and everything you can use in here. And if possible, try to process them separately. I processed them together and they became too liquidy, so process them separately. Take them out in a bowl and then process the other. That's the best way to do it, so they don't have too much moisture in them. But of course, I didn't do it that way. And so I had to add psyllium husk to bind them. So I'm using parsley and dill as aromatics. You can use whatever you want. And so use a potato to bind, and the potato has to be grated. And now I'm using salt and pepper to taste. And of course, everything tastes good with a little chili powder. So using chili powder and some oil. This is optional, of course, the oil. And you process them or you finely grate all of them. And see, because I did it all together, the batter or dough or mixture, whatever you want to call it, is a little liquidy. Now you add the grated potatoes. Do not process the potatoes. They have to be grated. You can grate them by hand or you can grate them in a machine, but they have to be grated. And you mix it thoroughly, everything, and see how it is liquidy. So I had to add psyllium husk to make it not so liquidy. But if you process them separately, you grate them separately and put them all together, then it will not be liquidy. And then you don't have to add psyllium husk powder. And there you have one amazing dough. So form them into patties. I'm going to bake some and I'm going to fry some on a skillet. Make patties. I use a scoop, a disher scoop. It's a 1/2 cup scoop. You can use whatever you want, but I like mine all the same size and I like them a little bigger. So I'm using a 1/2 cup disher scoop. And so for a head of broccoli, a head of cauliflower, the tofu and the potato, we will get about 8 to 10 burgers. I think I got 10 burgers in this one. I put 8 in the oven and 2 we will do it in a skillet. So they can be pan cooked like you're seeing. After 4 minutes, then flip it. And then another 3 minutes on the other side. It's so delicious. This burger is amazing. There you have one delicious burger. So this is a combination of broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and tofu and potatoes. But before we taste them, let's remember you are a kind soul because you silently speak to your mind in a loving way and you bask in the pure love of God that lies at the heart of the universe. So, all right, let's taste this. Such a delicious burger. Look at that. See, this is how it looks. You know, it's deceivingly great tasting. This is especially good for kids who don't want to eat their veggies. This is the best way to give them veggies. Because you don't taste any of the veggies in here. Yum yum.